Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Recently, we've got some news of some what I would consider to be overhaul updates within Call of Duty. We got a couple ones that are more specific to just Call of Duty in general. They affect multiplayer. They'll affect the upcoming COD 2024 Black Ops Gulf War title. We also have one major overhaul update in specific in regards to Warzone, and that's where I want to start first today, because this is actually a pretty significant change to Warzone gameplay. So this is stemming from Treyarch, who actually mans up Warzone ranked play. They're the lead for that, and they take care of all the updates regarding ranked within Warzone, also on the multiplayer side of things as well, for what it's worth. But this is Warzone in specific. So they say, in a future update, we are going to be adjusting how kill and assist SR is awarded when engaging with downed enemies to mitigate the tap gameplay and increase competitive integrity of the SR system. And they go on to detail this change in full. Now keep in mind, this is all based in a future update, and they'll announce officially when it is live in game. But this is a drastic change to the SR system within Warzone ranked, and this is going to apply currently to the Resurgence ranked gameplay, but also to the future Battle Royale ranked when that ends up being reintroduced as well. So they say, change details. Only the following players will receive kill and assist credit when a player is eliminated: the player who actually downs that eliminated player, and any players who damaged the eliminated player shortly before they were downed. So say you put some shots into a player, and then like 40 seconds later they end up taking more damage and getting knocked, you're probably not going to get any SR credit for that. But say you shot a player a couple of times, they run around a corner for 10 seconds and then they get knocked, you'll probably end up getting SR credit for that. Players who did not damage the eliminated players shortly before they were downed will instead earn squadmate kill SR when their teammate downs and eliminates that enemy. In the same future update, we're granting squadmate kill SR regardless of if a player is dead or alive. So if you're spectating on your team because you full sent it to get them back in the game, or potentially because you were going for a quick thirst and it ended up, costing you your life, you're still going to get SR if your teammates are getting kills, even if you're spectating. That seems like a really solid update. They provide some insight here. They say this change is being made to ensure the competitive integrity of kill and assist SR by removing the ability for players to tap downed enemies to overinflate their SR gains. Basically what squads are doing right now, especially like top 250 players, is the second that a squad knocks one player, they call over everybody, okay, I got a knock here at 250, come get your tap. You shoot that player once, you do maybe 10 damage, let's say for instance, you're gonna get full SR kill credit for that. That's what they're trying to eliminate. This change will also help streamline gameplay by preventing disruptions rooted in prolonging eliminations to taps. So yes, that player's, bleeding out, you got that knock. Okay, hey, run over here real quick. You might have a teammate in a different building. Run over here, get your tap really quick. It extends that gameplay there and sort of disrupts that, as they mention. With these changes and our increase to squadmate kill SR in Season 2, gameplay should feel just as rewarding and much smoother. Reminder, Warzone ranked play Resurgence uses competitive settings developed by Treyarch and Raven, yada yada yada. So this is a pretty drastic change to how the tap system and SR system currently works. I will say, admittedly, from the higher end point of perspective here, like top 250 players, iridescent players that already have a huge chunk of negative SR starting a game because of their deployment fees, it's now going to be a lot harder to come out of matches with positive SR. If you are in the top 250, unless you're getting crazy high kill games and winning the match, it's truly going to be a much bigger challenge now to come out of a game with positive SR with these changes to the SR kill and assist system here. At the same time, though, I do feel like it is going to provide a little bit more competition into those really high ranks, rather than just rewarding those who play the most in some cases. But also, I do like the addition of spectator SR being earned if your teammates are still getting kills while you are spectating. That's a W in my book, just objectively. I do feel like this change to the SR system, though, is going to be more positive for like some of the mid-tier ranks, but those higher up ranks in the top 250 definitely are going to see more of a struggle in some games to actually come out positive with SR because of the deployment fees being so impactful now, and potentially it being harder to get that full group, roughly the same SR across the board, with the tap system being removed basically. Now that's just one of the overhaul updates being talked about here today. As we get into the remaining ones, quick reminder, if you're new to the channel, this is your one-stop shop for all things going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It is always really appreciated. But next up, we've got a system currently in place right now between Warzone and MW3 and Zombies as well that has been overhauled this year in specific, and we've actually got some new leaks to sort of prove that it's continuing to keep up its current pace and its overhaul system is actually working, and that is the events and camo updates that we've got throughout the year. This is something that we've seen here and there over the past few CODs with various different events taking place, whether it's seasonally themed or maybe some crossover events where we'd get some new store bundles, which was cool. We'd get a couple of maybe new blueprints themed around an event, but they were kind of few and far from. This year though, with MW3, the event system has been overhauled and it's been going crazy since launch. It seems like almost every single week we've got some new on-menu event with new challenges to go for, and this includes multiple new camos available to earn, new blueprints, and it's a really cool system that's keeping players coming back, myself included. This is, in my opinion, a much more rewarding sort of drip feed content system than what we've seen in the past that was largely underwhelming. And we've actually got some new leaks courtesy of Reality and COD Warfare Forum over on Twitter, or X, explaining that we've actually got even more events coming up this season with some dates included here as well. So we obviously have some events that have already taken place throughout season 2 so far. Apparently the Walking Dead event though, with the crossover there, is going to be commencing on February 28th, and that'll bring some new rewards, a new camo as well. The Dune event is going to be starting on March 6th reportedly. There will also be some more crossover things there, some new store bundles with that, but also new event rewards, including more camos to unlock. There's going to be a Warhammer 40k event apparently with a new camo, new bundles, and reportedly even a melee attachment like aftermarket part available, and that'll be starting on March 13th. And then there's also multiple other additional camos that have leaked out in regards to other future events that even haven't been leaked yet in full. So this is a system now that's going to seemingly continue. We were really wondering, okay, is this just a launch thing where they're trying to, you know, keep players on the game, keep their retention high for the launch period? But we're into season 2 now, and based off these leaks, based off the sheer amount of camos and other event references we have in the files right now, it seems like this system is always going to be updated throughout every single season going forward. So almost weekly or bi-weekly events taking place. That, in my opinion, is a huge W. Like I said, I feel like it's a cool system that keeps us coming back for actually rewarding gameplay content, right? Universal camos are awesome. There's been some cool blueprints or some cool bundles available, but really the camo system updates are awesome, and then constantly having new challenges to go for does keep gameplay feeling pretty fresh. Now, another system that seems to be being overhauled is actually the Call of Duty release system, or the release period. Usually Call of Duty always launches in the fall. Typically it's November. We've had a couple of October releases, but we've also heard various leaks and rumors regarding Black Ops Cold War potentially releasing in stages, essentially. Like it'll be super early access zombies gameplay, and then early access campaign, and then the standard release will be multiplayer as well. And according to Charlie Intel, they reported during an internal Xbox town hall last week, Xbox executives confirmed to the staff that Treyarch's new game is launching in October. Now, I'm curious to know if ultimately that means part of the game is launching in October, because it would make sense if it was staggered like that, like the last week of October. Then yeah, the zombies early access launches, and that's technically the game launching in October. Then the first week of November, then there's early campaign access. And then the second week of November, we get the multiplayer release, and then the full game is out for those who don't care about the early access stuff. But an October launch is apparently what's going to go on this year, and that is the first time in some time that we've seen that happen, and it might be changing going forward as well with all the early access stuff. In addition to that, Xbox also had like a Future of Xbox and Microsoft podcast earlier on this week, in which they did say that there's going to be all first-party Xbox games on Game Pass on day one. And technically speaking now, because Microsoft and Xbox owns Activision Blizzard, this means that Call of Duty is a first-party game. So in theory, Black Ops Gulf 4 should be available day one on Game Pass as well, but they haven't made a formal announcement on that. We'll have to see if that comes, or if it's just by association, yeah, it's there and they don't make a big deal out of it. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, a couple of overhaul updates being announced for COD right now, and then sort of the continuation of that camo and event system that's been overhauled this year seems to be going very well. That said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.